I'm Harrison Graham coming up here on Chicago Bears Now. We have a Bears mailbag. You see it, hashtag Bears in the live chat to get your question answered on the show. You can also super chat to get those questions in as well. But we do these mailbags live every Monday, every Thursday. Get your questions in. And if you want to be a part of those mailbags, well, you got to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We are chasing 124,000 subscribers. We are almost there. We got to get there well before training camp. Let's make it happen. We got mandatory minicamp next week, one more OTA session after that. And then it's the slow period. So busy couple weeks coming up, but then it slows down, but our coverage doesn't. We'll still have content every single day. Go ahead and subscribe today. Okay, Tricky with our first mailbag question. He says, Ben Johnson gives me Jim Harbaugh vibes, not complaining. It's an interesting comp. I think there's a lot of differences. I mean, he's obviously younger. I would say he's more of an innovative, offensive, creative mind, whereas Harbaugh is a little more hard-nosed. But I do think Ben Johnson, and a question people had about him is like, can he command the room? Can he be a leader of men? Like, you heard all those. And then, like, all we've heard about how, like, not hard-nosed he is, but how demanding he is. Like, players have talked about, other coaches. Like, when a guy like Case Keenum, who's been in the league for almost 15 years, talks about how demanding he is and that he expects your best every single day, like that checks that box for me. So any concerns that people had about that, is he just a nerdy offensive guy or can he actually lead the team? I think so far he's proven that he can. All right, the Notcast, you get 5 coworkers to take on 2 Bears VPAC. Who are you taking? I don't know what VPAC means.
Versus pack.
Oh, wait. 2. Hold on. Explain this to me.
So the way I read it is you get to take 5 coworkers to take 2 Bears versus Packers.
Oh.
That's what I read it as. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I know. I think you're right. Well, I got to bring my guy Cullen here. Probably got to bring Roley as well because he was with us for a while. Who else would I bring? I'd probably go Marsh and Seeps, the other 2. Seeps, NFC North guy, and Marsh is one of my guys as well. But a lot of people I'd want to bring, but that'd probably be the core group. If I wanted to just bring all the Bears Now people, I'd have to, I'd show OG, live producer Jack. Sam helped us out a lot early on as well. But I think that initial 5 I mentioned, I think we'd have a pretty good time. Caleb's Revenge. Could the Bears trade for Tyler Allgeier from the Falcons? He rushed for 1,000 yards as a rookie before they drafted Bijan Robinson. I looked this up. I kind of thought Allgeier was entering his 3rd year as I knocked my drink over. He's actually entering his 4th, so it's the final year of his rookie deal. I've always liked Allgeier. He's a thumper. He's got decent wiggle in space, decent enough. That second year, his first year with Bijan, he wasn't as efficient, but then last year, I thought, given the carries he had, he was very effective, almost 650 yards on 137 carries. I think he's a starting caliber running back in this league. I think he's a really good player. He brings some physicality and in between the tackles ability that DeAndre Swift just doesn't. And I think he's clearly a more proven commodity than a Roschon Johnson or a Kyle Manung guy. So I would absolutely be open to this scenario if it became available. But I don't know if Atlanta would move him, right? But sometimes you do see this, right? Like last year, Khalil Herbert with the Bears is a good example. Like, good player who had been productive, but final year of his rookie contract, can you get something for him? Bears obviously traded him. Maybe the Falcons would think something similar. Now, maybe that's more of like a trade deadline move. I don't know, because Atlanta's trying to win this year. But clearly Bijan's their top guy there, whereas here, he may not be the top guy, but maybe it's more of a 1A, 1B role than what it is in Atlanta. Would you trade a day 3 pick for Tyler Allgeier? Like, I'll just 5th round pick. Would you do that? Type T for trade, P for pass. I'd think about it. He's not at the top of my list of guys I would like to bring in, but I like him. I always have. I think he could start in this league in the right situation. Bijan's obviously just a special talent, so he's their number 2. Mike, think we can be top 5 if we keep Swift and pick up James Cook. I mean, James Cook would be fun, man. Be fun. Are you talking about top 5 offense, top 5 running back room, top 5 team? I'm not sure, but Yeah, I mean, if you somehow got Cook while keeping Swift, I mean, that makes you feel infinitely better about your RB room because you upgrade at starter, and then Swift is arguably the best number 2 back in the league in that scenario. One of them at least. Stefan, do you think we could trade for a guy like Tank Bigsby because the Jags drafted 2 running backs? I do think they're a team to watch, kind of like Seattle. Seattle and Jacksonville each have like 4 playable running backs. We've talked about Seattle a lot. Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, Kenny McIntosh, and they drafted Damian Martinez. The Jags had Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby. They drafted the kid out of Virginia Tech, Tootin, who, by the way, is fumbling at OTAs already. Shocker. And I forget who else. LaQuinn Allen, one of Cullen's draft crushes. So if Tootin and Allen both show they can play, are they keeping Etienne and Bigsby? I don't know. Bigsby probably meshes better with Swift. Etienne might be slightly better overall, so I don't know. Again, I would view that as like if it's Bigsby, similar to Allgeier, like 5th, 6th round pick, bring him in here, come be the number 2 with Swift. So, I do think there are a few running back situations around the league where a guy could spring loose for a late round draft pick or could even be a surprise cut. So definitely keeping an eye on that as training camp gets going here in a couple of months. All right, if you want the best Bears coverage on YouTube, at least, we like to think we do a good job. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Don't miss out on our mailbags as we continue to answer your questions here. DC Viper, do you think Caleb's accuracy will be drastically better this year? And what has been the talk in OTA so far? It sounds like a mixed bag. Now, the media has only been there for 2 out of 6 practices, so it's clearly an incomplete picture. Next week will be interesting. Mandatory minicamp. The media is there all 3 days. We'll react to all that. I believe it's next Tuesday through Thursday, so that'll be good to see kind of 3 days in a row. What does it look like? But I don't know how much we're really going to be able to gauge on this thing until training camp. It's just still early on in the install process, but yeah, I mean, it needs to be, right? Like, I think a lot of that starts with the footwork, which they're working on, putting a lot of detail in right now as part of the install. So, I mean, he was 62.5%. I mean, we got to get to 65. Like, let's get that to the mid 60s, if not higher, and go from there. So, I would say if it increases 3 percentage points, is that drastically better? It's notably better. I think if it goes up 3 points or so, that'd be good. Breezy, who would you most like to see win the left tackle job? I would most like to see Ozzie Trapillo win it because, and that's not like I liked his college tape better or something like that. It's just, look, if Braxton Jones is the best left tackle, great. He needs to play. But you've already paid your 3 interior guys. If Darnell Wright has a big year, you're going to pay him next offseason. He'll be extension eligible. If Braxton Jones is your guy, are you going to pay all 5 of your starters? You can, but that's kind of difficult. Whereas if Trapillo earns the job, you got a 4-year runway of a rookie contract. You can have a starting left tackle that makes like $2 million. That's pretty valuable to have. So he would be ideal. Maybe Amagaji wins it. Obviously, we're already a year into his career, so you'd have a 3-year runway there. But, if I had to rank it, I'd go Trapillo 1, Amagaji 2, Jones 3. Now, if I had to guess, I think it's going to be Jones or Trapillo. That's my guess. Sounds like Trapillo had a good day yesterday working with the ones, did pretty well. So we'll see when the pads come on. But ideally, Trapillo wins the job, A, because you just spent a second-round pick on him, and B, rookie contract control. 4 years of a starting tackle for his price tag would be very, very beneficial. Fill in the blank for us. Caleb Williams will be a top blank QB this season. Top 10? 5? Top 12? 15? What do you think? Top blank quarterback this NFL season. Jeremy, do you think linebacker depth is the biggest need at this point in free agency? I think it's a position you could add. I would still say edge and running back are the 2 positions I'm most keeping an eye on, but linebacker depth, safety depth, those are a couple of positions to certainly monitor. It sounds like Ruben Hippolyte and Noah Sewell are competing for that 3rd linebacker role right now. Both have good athletic profiles. We'll see. It sounds like I've heard a couple people say this, that Sewell has kind of transformed his body, so I'm intrigued by that. So keep an eye there. But, yeah, I mean, if you're not ready for either of those two guys to be your third guy, signing a veteran linebacker could make some sense. All right, appreciate all your questions here on this mailbag. If you got more, hit me up on social media at HGramNFL, Twitter, and Instagram. I still got to catch up on some IG DMs, but I will do that this weekend. At HGramNFL, go ahead and give me a follow and slide into those DMs.